Hey YouTube, 7 in the morning. I'm at Mom's. I spent the night at Mom's house last night. I couldn't get a ride home. I went to bed about midnight. Couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about more developments with the x350, 250 size rat rod. And one thing led to another, and here we are, man. We're going for our first test bind, test flight, test everything. I really want to see it at nighttime. Already we don't see no lights. We should see a lot of lights. Yeah, lights. Okay, I don't know if you see that. Yeah, lights, man. Red light in the back. Green light in the back, showing just like the XK. Click the throttle. I really don't know if you see that. Throttle's gone. We got a hickey. Why do we always have to have something hit? What's hitting? Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay, we'll come right back. We're gonna cut these some more. I think we got success though, man. Hey folks. It's about 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon. I spent last night here at Mom's house because I started working on the x350 right here in yellowish orange, and I got carried away, and I just decided to miss my ride and miss my bus, which the last bus leaves at 10:20 p.m. So I worked on this till about 1 in the morning. Then I went to bed. Then I got up about 2:30, worked on it some more. Then I laid down. Then I got up about 3:30, quarter to 4, worked on it some more. Then I finally started cutting some blades, and I tried to go outside and fly it about 6 or 7 this morning. I felt a lot more confident about this build because, well, I just thought I knew I was doing a little bit better because this was my second time doing this clear frame, and I really like the fitment of the ASCs and everything, and it came out very, very clean, and it was a real challenge trying to figure out how I'm going to get such a big quadcopter in such a little frame. And I like it. I think it's a little neater than this one, but I love this one. This is my baby. But we're going to replace an ESC on this and replace the Bugs 3 board and see what happens. I have kind of a theory that the Bugs 3 replacement boards are inferior to the boards that actually come in a Bugs 3 from the factory. But we'll see. But dang, I love this bird, man. I want to get it back out in the air. With no range issues and no shorts and no nothing. I want to do it right. I dig it. I thought I'd dig this bird. I still really, really do. It lights, it functions, everything works. These are cut down XK350 blades, those blades that go 2 ways. And I thought I did an okay of cutting them down. I mean, they're not totally even, but they're okay. I cut down Phantom blades before, and this doesn't work. all the motors spin, everything spins, but it does not take flight. So, I'm waiting for some bullnose props and some tri-blade bullnose props. I don't know what you call them, dial props or whatever, those big ones that look kind of like a daisy. I'm waiting for some of those props to come. I have a feeling the hole for the center shaft of the motor will be a little too narrow. It'll more or less fit on these type of motors and not fit on this, because this is basically like a phantom motor, man, you know. But I'm going to try the bullnose props first. We got clearance. We got total clearance. We just don't have liftoff. We don't have enough air pushing it up to make it go up, pushing it down to make it go up. If the next prop experiments fail, then I'm just going to go ahead and assume that these big motors require a longer blade, because they're just not going to generate the air that it takes to push this quad up. So if the next props fail, I got these motors on standby. They actually came incomplete, because I ordered these motors with some 20 amp ESCs, and I know nothing about ESCs. I'm just experimenting, and I'm waiting for you experts to share some information, man, on, you know, what's the story with ESCs, what goes what, power, kV rating and all that. But no one has said a word to me, man. It's like you guys just, you're willing to just sit there and let me fail. Bad people, bad. Anyway, these are LHI MT2206 1900 kV motors. They're totally rated for 2-cell, 3-cell, and 4-cell, and they have a smaller shaft . Here's the shaft. The diameter of the shaft is smaller than a phantom shaft. I'd say comparable to a Bugs 3 shaft or any other 250 type shaft on a motor. So with these motors, I'm sure I won't have the dilemma in terms of finding the blades. I got all kind of other 3-prong, tri-blades and whatever. But like I said, I got some packages in the mail today. I slept today until 4 o'clock. It's now 4:20 in the afternoon. I woke up and spoke to my mom about 1:30, and then I went back to bed. I mean, I literally was up till 7, man. We got a box here. I'm sure that's the JL Toys Blast from the Past Q333. You thought I was bullshitting when I said this was the very best toy quad you can ever get. I might not even open it because I'm not playing with toys right now, but it's a great quad and I needed it. This is another clear frame. Hopefully it's in red or it's in yellow. I don't like the blue one too much. And hopefully one of these puppies will be my props. Anyway, if the x350, here's a big old giant 1400 counterclockwise 2212 motors. Man, if these things don't power my bird, then we're going to put these motors on. They're lighter motors. I'm sure they have a smaller propeller span requirement when it comes to lifting the bird. So this may be what the doctor orders. Although, like I said, I do have ESCs coming for this. They're supposed to be in the package, but they weren't. This is a special deal I got from AliExpress. I don't know, it was like 25 bucks for these really cool looking motors and 4 20 amp ESCs. I thought I'd give it a try. If nothing else, man, give me credit for just daring to venture places I've never gone. even though I hate FPV, and you will never see me do no tiny whoop flying. More power to your whoopers, but not me. Anyway, the other motor that I've long time wanted to use on one of these frames was this motor. But I wanted to find one of these frames in a clear green. Why green? Because this motor is from a JYU Hornet. I don't know the KV ratings of these motors. I know they're shallow, meaning they're not too tall, so I might have a little bit of a clearance issue with the blades if I don't shorten the blades down. I was going to use maybe some small dial props or the JYU Hornet props itself. This is a powerhouse little motor. I don't know how it ranks to these other motors, but I really wanted to try it. And you figure JYU Hornet motors on a green quad, what else can you call it but, you know, the Green Hornet. Anyway, I don't have the right Allen wrench or the right hex wrench to take the other 3 motors out of a basket case JYU Hornet quadcopter. I could force it out with a screwdriver or something, but I'll just wait till I see my neighbor and I'll borrow a hex wrench from him and maybe I'll pull those motors out. So that's it. We got these motors on standby. These cool LHI (1900 kV) 2206s, and we got the JYU Hornet motors. And if you already know about the red pill, I've grown to be kind of a fan of these red Queso 02204 2300 kV motors. These things, I think, are made just for 250s, even though they're 3-cell motors. They just have a way of roaring, man. And I kid you not, when this thing works, nothing gets hot, nothing is overburnt. It's like, I do believe it's actually a really good formula for efficiency. And I know nothing about numbers. What I mean by numbers, you know, ESCs have a voltage, amperage. You know, you got, I don't know, 12 amp, 14 amp, 15, 20 amp ESCs, 30 amp ESCs. I don't know what the hell the difference is. And I don't know, you can have a too small ESC for too big of a motor. You can have too big of an ESC for too small of a motor, for too small of a board. You guys out there know the formulas, you builders, you racers. But I don't go to RC groups too much. I'm a YouTube guy. But if you know the formulas and you can give me a quick breakdown on what's going on, I'd love to. I'd love to know, because I might be actually coming up with formulas that are actually detrimental to the quad. But I just have a feeling that these factory quads have, there's just untapped potential in there, because I don't think they use what they use for performance. I think they use what they use for cost effectiveness and profit. So if you can take a Bucks 3 and put Bang Toys X16 ESCs on it with some other 2300 kV motors and get more efficiency and more performance, oh man, don't you want to know? Whether you do it or not, don't you at least want to know it's possible? Well, you can thank me later or send money at the bottom to the prescription. No, I'm kidding. Alright guys, that's where I'm at on my quad issues. This thing is so pretty, man. I mean, it really is pretty. And it functions, it just doesn't fly. Okay? See, you plug it in, it binds, the whole thing lights up. It's really, really a spectacle. And, yeah, man. The x350 trimmed down in a little tiny Chevy Vega shell. It's like a big giant 454 Chevy. with cam and lifters and all type of little internal goodies to make it powerful. And then you cram it into a little tiny, like mid-60s Nova or a little Vega or something, man. And you just go out and you just tear people's heads off. Well, you can tell I'm American. All right, see you guys later. Hi, YouTube. Man, I'm tired. This is the x350 on a diatone orange frame with some smaller 1900 kV motors. I don't remember the brand. And I took off the XK motors and I put on these dial props. We're going to bind it for the first time. I'm sure it'll bind. The problem is I've only soldered the positive wire on each motor until I can find out the polarity. Once I get the right polarity, I have a feeling this thing still isn't going to fly, and that kind of has me a little bummed. I'm tired. I mean, did a lot of work today, man. Spent the night here at my mom's house working on this thing. Went to bed at about 6 or 7 in the morning, slept till about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and I've been on this, and here it is 8:30. So, here we go. Look. I like that. That's the XKX 350. Now the problem is, of course, these are going to go in the wrong direction. Hey, the bobbly bear! Okay, I make weird noises when I get excited. But anyway, you see that? There she goes. Right, whoa, 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 whoa! I think we're gonna fly. All we have to do, all we have to do now is figure out the polarity. Which is going to be difficult considering how these things go, man. That was pretty intense, though. Did you see that? Here it is, man. The XKX 350. I'll turn off the lights for you guys. Don't mind the mess in my house. How's that for a quad? So, what we need to do is figure out the polarity, which I don't know how the hell to do it because this thing spins so fast. Maybe I can take off the props and do it by hand and just feel it. Anyway, I'm just tired right now. I don't even want to fly now. I'm tired. I need to take a shower and get ready. I want to catch the bus, go home to my own place today. But Marky's been a busy boy. Dial props, we got movement. We didn't have movement the last time, so I think this thing's gonna fly. XKX 350, 250 size rat rod. You saw it here. Marky, finish it. Peace, guys. Bye.